Howdy, Possum Patty here, and welcome to, well, I was calling it Make It Monday, but I think I really need to change that to Messy Monday. And one thing that I'm working on are hashtag craftyclusters, but I think I am completely failing at making a cluster. So I had this idea to start with this material. I have lots of this material, and because of all the orange and black and tans and yellows, I thought, well, this would be perfect for making holiday clusters, specifically Halloween. So I got out this material, and I got out this wooden die cut from the Dollar Tree, and I went ahead and cut out, half a dozen or so of these little pumpkins just to use as the base or the background. So I had these little pumpkins, and then I was like, you know what, I had made these flowers. Hold on. I had made these flowers from a die cut, and I decided to back them with this batting, this quilting batting, I think it's called. And I just love how they feel. They're just like so soft and fun. And these were in spring or Easter colors. So I had made a bunch of these. I've already given a bunch away. So I got the idea to put some batting on the back of my pumpkins because I just love the way it feels. So then, let's see, what did I do? So I cut the pumpkins out, and I used a little bit of a glue stick. I used this Bond Extra Strength to glue them down to the batting, as you can see on this one. And then I let it dry a few minutes, and then I cut it out with the batting on the back. But then I had to go out, so I made a to-go bag with some scraps and some threads. And while in the car, I sewed around the edge. Now, some people call this slow stitching. I used a metallic gold on this one. And you can call it silly stitching because it doesn't have to be neat, just kind of random stitching everywhere. And so I try to make it like jig-jaggedy along the bottom of the pumpkin, across the top. So I outlined all my pumpkins with this really cool gold thread that I think I got at a yard sale or a scrap yard or something. Well, anyway, so that was all done. So we had to go visit the kids, and it's over an hour to get there, an hour to get back. So I had time to slow stitch around the pumpkins while in the car. And then I had a couple extra minutes in the afternoon while we were out visiting, while Mr. Possum and his son were fooling around with something. So I got out another one, and I started decorating it. And I have this material that I got at the Walmart with Jack Skeleton, and I have the creepy cloth. So I layered the creepy cloth and a bit of orange scrap material and one of Jack's faces. And I used some green scraps to make a leaf. And I kind of layered it and stitched it. I wanted all of these to be stitched, because last week's Crafty Clusters, I did all of these with the glue gun. So I made these last week with the glue gun and layered them up, and I really love how they came out. And so this week I wanted to do something different, and so I wanted them to be completely with sewing. So I used some of the gold thread on the leaf. I added the flower. I stitched around this black creepy cloth just with some yellow big stitches. I did some detailed stitching on the orange material. Jack's got these little tiny stitches around his face. And so basically that's it. So Now, is this a cluster or a slow stitched or silly stitched or wicked stitching? Wicked stitchery? Yeah, let's call this wicked stitchery during the month of October. Let's have wicked stitchery. Well, anyway, as you can see, I'm very sidetracked today. So now, back to the original thought here. Is this a decorated pumpkin? Is this a slow stitched pumpkin? Is this a Halloween cluster? What is this? Can I call this a cluster? Because I piled up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 layers. But it's not random clustering. It's kind of clustering with an idea in mind. I don't know. Well, anyway, so I finished that. And then on the way home, we do have a convertible, and Mr. Possum put the top down on the convertible. And riding in the car, you might think is difficult enough to sew, but try riding in the car in a convertible with the top down on the highway at 65 miles an hour and sewing. I'm a possum of many talents. Anyway, so this one has the batting, the orange material, orange and black. It's kind of like kente cloth. I layered it up with a little scrap here, stitched all around, layered it up with this really nice bumblebee and flower material. I think I also got this at the Walmart last year. Put a little piece of ribbon. The buttons I did at home because I hadn't brought the buttons with me. I did a little leaf here, some details there, gold stitching on the leaf. And where there were flowers on the bee material, see the little flowers? I put these little yellow flower buttons. And I just like this white with black because this is black with little white polka dots. So I'm calling these clusters, but what would you call them? Can I get away with these as clusters this week? They are Halloween or holiday themed, right? And this is a pumpkin. So you can still use that for the holiday or October, harvest holiday, harvest festival. So leave in the comments below what you think. So I do have 4 more to work on, and this is the one that I'm putting together now. And I have some more material with little cartoony faces on them. This is a happy sunflower, and it has a little bee. So I have the batting, I have the cloth, the kente cloth, I have a scrap of material, I have some more material. I have 2 buttons here and a piece of material that I cut out to look like a leaf. I just freehand cut that. I didn't use a pattern. And I'm going to sew all this together. And I don't know if I'll add anything else or not. But it's going to take me quite a while to finish these up. So I just wanted to come to you with this short little video to see if I can count these as my holiday clusters or not. So please let me know. Thanks for coming along today. Bye-bye now.